Is this Totem Shaman? Totem Shaman would be a deck of all time. Hey, look at it go. Curses? Curses, you say?
Impressive.
Astonishing.
Wow.
Curses.
I will crush you.
Alright, we got ourselves a totem.
Curses.
Curses, you say? Well, there we go. You're here for the super short stream? Yeah, you are. What up, Doogie? But Garrosh, you can't cast Crush on a hero? That's true. That's true. Garrosh, I guess, is a big filthy liar. Do you guys think Sharky is like a person, or do you think they're a bot that's been programmed to emote so that they look like a person? Ew. Well, that's gotta die. This feels really bad, but I can't just leave that up, so. There we go. Okay. If the totem goes to 4 mana, how would even Shaman be? I don't think it would be affected at this point. I wonder if it would even run it, like if Eyesore was 4 cost. I think if it went to 2, it would be a buff, but if it went to 4, I don't think it would run it anymore. It would just be a worse hit off of what you call it. Chat, do you have this on in a bigger size? Oh, we have the Finley now, so we can hunt for our discounted cards. This is active, so we get to definitely clear the board. Man, everything is so juiced right now. How did everything get so big? It's crazy. Yeah. Well, there you go. Now that they've played their 0 mana totem, took all of their thought process to come up with that play, right? Hello, King Plush. Have you seen Marshy anywhere? He has been consumed. He's been consumed. Roping an even shaman turn like that is pretty funny. Why is Marshy short today? Marshy's always short. You just you can't tell normally. And I don't think I want any of this not enough to hold off on the Finley. It's all whatever. Let's get that discounted stuff. Oh, and that's all it takes, I guess. I actually think the StarCraft mini set is the perfect place to have parasitic mechanics. The actual, like, I don't always like them, but this is the perfect place for it. Because if you want a, like, if you want to have a StarCraft theme deck, without committing an entire year's worth of StarCraft support to StarCraft cards, making them have like top-down synergy with each other, making it essential to run all the StarCraft cards if you're going to run any of the StarCraft cards, is an easy way to make a deck look like StarCraft instead of a StarCraft card going in a Warcraft deck, you know.
Time waits for no one.
What's a parasitic mechanic? A parasitic mechanic is one that it's like soul shards and lackeys, and you know, like the lackeys, I don't know, that's not a great example. Like Galacrons, you know, that the stuff that only works with itself. It's not a good word. Like, it's not a good name for the mechanic, but it's the one people use. The biggest issue with the mini set is the price increase. Well, you also get a card increase. More cards, more money. I'm excited for the StarCraft cards. I think it's gonna be cool for me.
Time waits for no one.
Like Cthulhu? Yeah, like original Cthulhu was a parasitic mechanic.
I smell gold in them there waters.
Mm-hmm.
Keep on panning.
How much is it now? It's $5 more. $5 more, 500 gold more than it used to be. But you get like, I saw somebody say it was like 29 point something % more cards for 25% more money. So it's actually a better deal. My opponent played a gold panner against me in Druid, so I have no idea what's coming. I am a bit dumb. What does parasitic mechanic mean? I did just explain it, didn't I? I think StarCraft 2 should come included with the mini set because of the price increase. Thoughts? I agree. I wasn't listening? Oh, fair enough. Chat, my opponent is about to concede. I can feel it. I can feel it in my bones. Goodbye, opponent. I will miss you. Which StarCraft faction do you like the most? Zerg. They should make Warcraft set next, Kappa. They run Trog too. You've played them a lot? Uh-oh, not the Trog. Anything but the Trog, chat. A parasitic mechanic is a vermin that works with car repair. True. True. Imagine the collab of WoW and Hearthstone. Yeah, imagine. Imagine. Let's see what we've won. Fool's Azurite. Not gonna lie, I would be super hyped for an Overwatch set. Would you believe me if I told you there were already Overwatch cards in Hearthstone? They're just not named. Like Lucio's in there. There's a couple more. Kind of sad there won't be a StarCraft board. Imagine the juicy Terran music. I would love to have StarCraft music in World of Warcraft. That'd be sick. And by World of Warcraft, I mean Hearthstone. Do I just hero power do this? I think so. This is like the saddest shatter. Why does it cost mana, chat? They did say new music. Ooh. Hey Martian, what would you say is the best DK deck to play the Headless Horseman in? I love the card, but really don't know which deck to put him in. Like for wild, I would put him in like a Renathal rainbow deck. Imagine a Call of Duty mini set. I don't think they'd put. I mean, I guess you never know, because I didn't think they would put StarCraft in either, but like putting in a, well, okay, if they go full Universes Beyond with Hearthstone, which frankly I would do it if I was in charge of Hearthstone. I think it just makes sense. Like Hearthstone, I feel like its growth within the Warcraft appreciating community is gone, right? Like it's not happening. The themes have gone too far away from like actual Warcraft stuff. But you know, you could get like appeal from people who don't care about Warcraft themes by doing the Universes Beyond thing that Magic does, and like start adding stuff from whatever IP is willing to join in. You know, if you Fortnite the Hearthstone, I think Hearthstone is a like the premier example of a product that would do well with a Universes Beyond Fortnite style crossover monetization plan. You know, they don't in a thematic sense. Themes are done. Themes are cooked. It's over. The only reason I think that they wouldn't do it is if they don't want to like pay for the IP. The Warcraft fantasy in Hearthstone hasn't really mattered too much in a while. Yeah, it's over. It's gone. I think the last time, like, let's see, Year of the Phoenix felt Warcrafty. Let's see what, and then yeah, like Year of the, what was it, Griffin? That one was a little Warcrafty. That was about as Warcrafty as Year of the Dragon. And since then it's been like whatever. I don't know. But like it just seems like such a good idea. Like not from what I personally want, just like from a business standpoint. It seems like such a good idea to Fortnite Hearthstone. Like I think the only reason not to do it is if they think that it wouldn't pan out. Like if the goose is already cooked with this, like, yeah. Couldn't they just go back to having more WoW focused expansions? They're not going to. I mean, they'll have Warcraft stuff like whenever they feel like it, but they're not like, they do not care about keeping in Warcraft themes anymore. Has Universe Beyond been a business success in MTG? Absolutely. Absolutely it has.
Do you have this in a bigger stock?
Is this the elusive Martian tube? It is. Last year we had Titans, which felt very Warcraft to you. That's cool. Titans was a pretty Warcrafty set. Spyro and Crash Bandicoot would be cool. Real. Hearthstone has done well enough without being a super Warcraft game. They aren't incentivized to go back to it more than they want to do, basically. It peaked when they were still Warcraft focused, so I don't think that's true. Like maybe, like, I guess it depends what you mean by well enough. Like, you know, the game is still going despite not keeping within their Warcraft themes. Sure. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba. Your definition of well enough is very broad, yeah. Marshy Stram, let us go. Wow, good Strams and good games, Plushin, Martian, Sheehan. What up, Teletubben? I'd like to see more Warcraft stuff, even as a non-Warcraft fan. That's how I feel. I feel like the Warcraft themes were good for this game, right? Like it wasn't just about appealing to Warcraft fans. Like the Warcraft fantasy environment was good theme for a card game, and you know, abandoning that it is bad for the appeal of the game, not just from appeasing the Warcraft player base standpoint, but also just because the game is more fun for more people if you stay within the themes of Warcraft, because those were good themes. But as long as we're going like Super Soakers on Pirate Islands, you know, as long as we're going that route, right? That's the Fortnite route, putting like overtly goofy stuff
Welcome to the Grand Tournament, champion.
throughout the game like that. You know, taking your shooter game and putting overtly goofy Super Soaker stuff in it, you know, that's the Fortnite route. So if you're gonna go the Fortnite route, go the Fortnite route. That's what I think. Is there another Blizz Activision IP you think they should do next? I wouldn't like. I mean, they could do more Diablo. They did a Battlegrounds Diablo crossover. They could do that, but I really think that they should just, you know, if they're gonna do this, they should just go beyond Blizzard IP. Like, they shouldn't worry about that. Disable my hero power. My big old basilisk. There's a Duels Diablo crossover too? That's true, that's true. You personally wish they were still more Warcrafty? I do too. I do too. Everything I've said is from a, as long as they're doing this kind of route. I have no hope that they're going to like re-immerse themselves in Warcraft themes and stay there for the rest of time, you know. But if they decide to go back to it, that'd be cool. It's just, I don't think that's happening. This one, I guess. Wish I had Fiery War Axe in my hand. Albatross. You missed. Hearthstone should stay children friendly. Should it? I don't think Hearthstone is a children's game. Like, not like from a theme standpoint. I think from a mechanic standpoint, you know, this isn't a game that most kids want to be playing, right? Like when a quote unquote kid plays this game, we're talking to like a 10 or 11-year-old. They can handle the like even then, are they really choosing this in most cases? Probably not. I think like you start to appreciate this in like late middle school, early high school, if even, and then you can definitely handle Diablo by then. Yeah, plus, like, if they're gonna put Diablo in this game, it's gonna be a very dumbed down version of Diablo, right? It's not gonna be like full-on juicy blood gore stuff, because that is a Warcraft theme, and that's already been desensitized. So, there's that. I guess I'm gonna give my opponent some coins. Santis, thank you so much for the Prime. This deck seems not enough greedy for wild. It's not greedy enough, you're right. You're absolutely right. It needs to be greedier. I like Titans thematically, but I still think the art style was a bit silly. Yeah. The sets have been largely cartoonified. Like, March of the Lich King, that was like that was supposed to be like, I'm sorry, like, not supposed to be. Like, what I would have wanted from that is for it to be dark and gritty like the first Knights of the Frozen Throne, right? But it felt sunny and happy and goofy, you know. It didn't really do anything for me as far as being a DK set. So even when we get serious themes, they end up feeling a little silly, to Sparrowclaw's point. Nathria was pretty dark. I loved Nathria. Nathria was a good one. Nathria was a good one. What am I on? Common again?
What now?
See if I can't give them a bird. No. Unlucky. Bonk. Bonk. Not a Lich King palette, true.
If power is what you seek, knowledge is what I provide.
What do you think of the mini set so far? Will it shape up the wild meta a bit? I don't know that it'll shape it up, whatever that means, but I'm hoping it'll be fine. Okay, so they're drawing cards they can't play. So I'm gonna go ahead and... What just happened? What is this? Face down business. It's very strange. Is it Camellios? Didn't you know they added 3 secret powers? You stole a Titan, so he gets that bug. Is that how it works? Nobody told me. You mean old God was goofy? No, there's a pretty big, like, okay, so that's what that's what I hate about this conversation. Like, I absolutely, this is one of those topics that I just don't like talking about anymore, because like, you talk about the game being goofy now, like goofier than it used to be, and people fixate on the fact that it's always had a goofy element to it, right? It's been turned up to 11. Like, there's a big difference between the amount of, like, even if you look at GVG, which was their old standard for a goofy set, right? Like, those are pretty serious. Like, the average card in GVG looks pretty serious, and then, like, some of them will have a weird smirk on their face, right? So I don't know. It's just one of those annoying topics, I guess. Here, have an albatross. Hopefully they can't get this back. That'd be sick. feel like the goofy tone is hard to pull off well. Yeah. Did they get it back? Lame. Well, here, I'll play the SLAGMAW. Are we actually gonna get to do the SLAGMAW thing? That'd be so cool. We still need 2 turns though. Imagine trying to do this play if Reno had its old effect.
Looking for a step up? Careful, it's against me.
Theo into Theo into Theo into Theo. I feel like it's Nathria all over again, as it should be. Okay. I do have a Kobold Miner, and that's it. Oh no, I have a Reinforced Plating too. Unlucky. Next turn, come on. And we have this, so if they do manage to get a taunt, we could be okay. Could have bounced the Ceaseless Expanse with Canary? Ah, cute. That is cute. I don't know why I just thought this was... Yeah, it's returning an enemy minion to its owner's hand. Alright. You guys are trolling me. I did think it was an enemy minion. Oh my goodness, chat. Get out of town. Get out of town. How dare you? How dare you? Woo! Unsuccessfully gaslit? Yeah. Get wrecked. I was like, I could have sworn this was enemy minion.
I see you brought. I see you brought guests.
Wow. Well, looks like I have these two together. My favorite card game was Elder Scrolls Legends, but it died early on. Yep. My favorite card game was probably Score's Dragon Ball Z CCG. I missed that one. I also liked Panini. Like, Panini did a remake of that one. That was also good. It took the exact same mechanics and did some nice things that I thought polished it, but also without losing too much of what made the original one cool. So that was nice. But they also repeated most of their mistakes. The Score CCG, the Score Dragon Ball Z CCG, it made a couple really big mistakes in my opinion. First of all, the ultra rares were ultra rare. They were super rare. Like you would get one in like 3 or 4 boxes. It was really stupid. And so if you have like 3 or 4 ultra rares in a set and you only get one, you know, once or twice in a case is 6 boxes. You know, the players, if one of those ultra rares ends up being important, then players can't have the important card, right? Like the ultra rares would end up being like $100, which was just way too much. Ooh. Well, this seems like exactly what I want right now. Excuse me. I'm sorry. This seems like exactly what I want right now, the slam, because it goes with this. But this is SLAGMAW. And for 1 slag mana. Oh, I even gave up the shatter. I'll just go get the shatter next turn with this. That's such a bad idea. I don't know. That was like the greediest thing I've ever done. Anyways, the so mistake number one was the ultra rares were too rare. You could not play competitive CCG without spending an arm and a leg. So most people couldn't spend an arm and a leg. So people didn't play competitive. Anyways, or at least without being at a disadvantage. Then they errated everything. So imagine if it was a paper card game trying to do Hearthstone levels of balance changes to cards. So in most card games, because you can't actually change the text on cards, what they do is they ban problematic things. Like they just make it so you can't even run it, right? And they try to do that as little as possible, which ends up being good for players because you can generally expect your investment to be respected. Like if you buy a card, you can generally expect to play it because banning does not go over well, so they don't do it very often. Whereas nerfs, you still get a card, so people can just like delete your card functionally. Anyways, so but they didn't ban cards, they just errated them. They changed what they did. So it got to be like a book. It got to be like a book of errata changes, right? Like there was just so many that at a certain point you had no idea what a card did based on reading the card. So that was another one of their big mistakes. And I don't think Panini did the second one. They did the ultra rare one, which is what made me stop playing. I think I played 2 sets of it, and then I got tired of not having, like, there was a card that I needed 3 copies of that was $100 each, and I had 0 copies, and I wasn't going to pay $300 for it. So I stopped playing at that point, the Panini one. The score one came first. That was the one I was talking about, and Panini tried to revive it by changing the rules a little bit in a way that I thought was positive, but then they still did the ultra rares were too expensive and too important problem. Have I ever played Fable Fortune? I have not. I've never even heard of it. Did I ever try Parallel? I've not tried Parallel. I have not. I've generally just, you know, for brand reasons, I've tried not to, you know, do the NFT stuff. Like anything associated with NFTs, I kind of stay away from it. But no Velen Serenite? No Velen Serenite. This is a SLAGMAW deck. This is a SLAGMAW deck for SLAGMAW enjoyers. SLAGMAW's close. Parallel is an NFT game. Never mind. F that game. Yeah. Apparently you don't need to do the NFT stuff to actually play it. Like it otherwise plays like a regular trading, like a regular digital card game, but it just has the option to NFT. But that's just what I've heard, right? I have no like firsthand experience with it. And like, I just don't want to associate with something that's associated with NFTs. Flesh and Blood is the thing. Did you try it? There are a ton of paper card games that I would love to try, but I don't have infinite money, so I don't try them. Yeah, Flesh and Blood is one of them. But I'd be interested. Well, that all hurt my feelings. So there's that. So SLAGMAW's coming up. I could probably just Car Hero Power, right? Kill this thing.
Welcome to the grand tournament.
I don't think this deck is going to run like Silence, right? They can still do 13, but they've already used a Mind Seer, both Acupuncture. They still have another Shadow Bomber. They have another Raised Dead, which could make a Shadow Bomber. They have more Glowstone. I think it's unlikely. Double Mind Blast and Acupuncture would do it. Or something. I don't know. Ow. Opponent just out here hurting my feelings over and over again. So rude. Oh my goodness, we almost died. Ah! Okay, well, I'm definitely gonna Hero Power. This doesn't have a healing option, does it?
Combatant center, and I take the crown.
Was it lethal? How? $22, $23? Oh! Wait, we're still good, right? Pretty sure. I forgot this went face. Thank you, chat. What would I do without you, chat? Lose? Thoughts?